Hello and welcome, dear viewer, to the test. Secrets of the Soul. If it's not obvious, it's currently getting dark outside and I am rapidly losing daylight, so I should get on with this. If you've never heard of the test series of games, well, I'm sure our ghastly ghoulish friend here will gladly explain to you the rules. Let's begin. Every angel has a demonic past, and every demon has an angelic future, if one so wishes it to be. The Madman. I didn't realize I was in this game, but okay. You find yourself on the inside of a desolate chapel in the throes of a midnight storm. The rain pelts the windows like falling stones and the wind rages on as the chapel doors tremble. After a quick glance around the room, you hear a low, grizzled voice growl at you from the darkness, beckoning you in. The desolated chapel. Well, hello, Wanderer. It is a pleasure to find you here. Come in from the rain, rest your weary bones, for we have much to talk about. It looks like the storm is going to last a while, Wanderer. Make yourself comfortable. I don't think you'll be going anywhere for some time. We should find something to pass the time, don't you think? Perhaps we should get acquainted with one another. I'd love to learn all about you. I'm sure your soul is full of stories, Wanderer. I'll bet you have delicious secrets deep inside, too. I have an idea. I am going to ask you some questions, and you're going to answer them for me, very, very honestly. That way, I'll have the opportunity to get to know you. The real you. Now, don't you lie to me, Wanderer. No one likes a liar. In the end, I will tell you what I see, deep, deep within your soul. Doesn't that sound like fun? Let's get started, shall we? Make yourself comfortable as we delve deep into your mind. We'll begin now. Do you know what the meaning of life is? I personally do not know what I don't really think life has a proper meaning other than to be lived. Do you believe beauty is ageless? True beauty, yes, absolutely. True beauty is on the inside. Do you believe a human being can produce something perfect? The sheer concept of the word perfect is personally a very difficult one to understand properly. Everyone has their own definition of what something is perfect. Something can be perfect to someone, but it might not be perfect in the eyes of someone else. So technically, no, I do not think that something perfect is truly possible. Do you believe inspiration can be created by oneself? Absolutely. Like, you can, based off your own idea, absolutely you can be inspired by yourself. Would you say art is an integral part? Absolutely. Without art, we would have nothing. Well, not nothing. Music is a form of art, and personally, music is something that I am very much attached to. So I would say yes. Would you consider to us? No. No. Do you believe being beautiful is an advantage in life? In certain areas, absolutely. I think. Yes, but beauty is, as of course, as they say, in the eye of the beholder. But for this one, I'm sadly going to have to say yes. I don't like saying that, but the truth is the truth. Do you think you care more about your own appearance than others care about your appearance? No, I'm wearing a Snuggie. Do you think I care about how I look? Do you believe art can be judged? That's a bit of an odd question. Judged by an individual. If all art is subjective, I think most people can understand that some person is allowed to like something, and it's totally fine for someone else to not like it. There's the literal sense judging, like, oh, that's interesting, that has a nice dash of red there. But then there's also the... I'm only 3 questions in, I'm already questioning stuff very difficultly. Truly, truly judged. I'm just gonna say yes. Do you believe people should be judged? Certain actions should 100% be questioned. I personally don't judge a lot of things because I have no right or place to do so, but some things should be. No. Do you believe there are certain things that exist that we cannot perceive with our senses? Okay, if they're talking about aliens and ghosts and shit like that, no, we cannot see ghosts. I don't think ghosts exist. Aliens? By the sheer notion that we exist, and I think aliens do exist somewhere, just not here. But if they're talking about sixth sense kind of stuff, then no. Would you say that you often... Yes. Do you believe original? Absolutely, you can 100% come up with an original idea. A completely original idea is still possible, but the thing, it just hasn't been thought of yet. Do you believe your imagination has a limit? My personal imagination, I think yes. Yeah. Do you believe insanity is key to being a genius? Why am I not a genius then? True insanity. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a very, very, very tough question. No. No, no, yes, but no, yes, but no. Yes. Do you believe that one day the world will speak only one universal language? So long as we can all understand each other, there is no real need for that, and kind of English is already the most universal language. And one day I think it will be... We shouldn't forget the languages that we currently know. We shouldn't forget the culture that we currently have in the world, but to truly advance is what would happen. Do you believe societies shape people? That is... I'm sadly gonna have to say yes. I don't really know how I can explain my reasoning, but yeah. Do you believe time erodes achievements? No, not really. No. I don't believe that. Do you believe you possess free will? Yeah. I mean, if I don't want to do something, I'm simply not going to do it. Do you believe you are a self-fulfilling prophecy? I mean, I don't buy into all that stuff, so no. Do you believe some problems cannot be solved? I'm gonna have to say yes. It's a very pessimistic answer, but I do think that there are some things that simply cannot be solved, completely fixed. Do you believe in the existence of karma? No. Just... no. Do you believe you can accurately measure a person's... No, absolutely not. This is a Gattaca. Have you achieved anything you want to achieve in life? Okay. That's a jump, alright. No, everything. No, definitely not. Have you ever experienced a miracle? Definitely not in the biblical sense. Personal, kind of. But I'm gonna have to say no. I dream rarely, actually. Well, there is no possible way of knowing if I actually dream rarely, because you're only able to really perceive the dreams before you wake up. Back when your mind is starting to start up again. Would you say you are plagued with nightmares? No. Are you sometimes afraid of yourself? Afraid of who I might accidentally become? Possibly. Kind of. Do you believe you've made an No. Would you consider yourself to be a rational individual? I very much consider myself to be a man of science, fact, and logic. I believe I believe what scientists say. Do you believe you always have full control of your own actions? Full, complete, utter control? No. That is mostly impossible. Do you believe everything in life has a purpose? Not really, no. No. I don't. Have you considered to be a fearful person? Fear is an interesting thing. You can be scared of the tiniest little things. And that's okay. It's completely okay to be afraid. To be afraid is to show... yeah, honestly, kind of. Do you have... absolutely. Do you feel like anything is holding you back in life? Yeah. Have you ever been heartbroken? No. Not truly. I don't even know what truly heartbroken would even be. I think on accident I have. I think I have. I really... do I believe in destiny? Absolutely not. Do you believe the future is unpredictable? Yes. There are so many different things that you can't predict, but there's also a lot that you can. The future is ultimately, though, unpredictable. Do you believe all things in life are connected in some way? Ooh. Because this question to me brings up the question of the grandfather paradox. Okay, please understand my reasoning. That's going to sound really stupid to some people. But the entire concept of a grandfather paradox is that if you were to go back in time and change even the slightest bit, you would be creating a different future, and even just the slightest little change would change your want or your desire or the circumstances that would have sent you back in time. Simply put, traveling backwards in time would not work, and because the slightest, tiniest little bit would have to change, that would suggest that everything in life is connected somehow. But I'm gonna have to say no. Would you consider yourself to be a prideful person? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be a vindictive person? No, not especially. Would you consider yourself to be a loving person? I care and love a lot of people. I think about people a lot. I think about my friends, I think about my family. I think about people all the time. People I care about. Would you say you usually learn from your mistakes the first time round? Certain topics, absolutely, yes. I make the mistake once and I never make it again, unless it's an accident. But as a whole, I don't think so, no. Do you believe that true equality exists in this world? Currently, absolutely not. It's honestly fucking disgusting that it doesn't. Can it exist? I really, really hope so. But no, it does not exist currently. Do you always treat everyone you meet fairly? I try to treat every person I meet for the first time with the same amount of respect I treat anyone. What that person does, their actions, and how they treat me, I guess, and how they treat others, depends on the future, but I try to never treat someone poorly. There is a minimum amount of respect that every single human being on this planet, and to ever exist, and has ever existed, and will ever exist, deserves. And yes, I try to treat everyone fairly. Do you believe you've always been treated fairly? I have had some people in my past not treat me the best, and for that I'm gonna have to say no, but the people that I legitimately care about and love the deepest part of my heart, yes, I do believe they've treated me fairly. Do you believe you can escape change? No. You can't escape what is inevitable. Well, there are some things that you simply cannot escape from. And so you need to try and learn to work around those things. Work with those things. Use those things to your advantage. For example, getting older. It's something that I absolutely have always hated the thought of, and I currently hate. I hate being an adult. But I use it to my advantage in the best ways I can. But it's something that you can't escape. Do you ever prolong simple tasks you know you ought to get taken care of? Absolutely, I've been putting off some videos for ages. Do you believe the end always justifies the means? No, absolutely not. There are some things that people have done to reach a certain goal that have just not been justified for the means that they did it. Yeah. Do you ever use harsh words when speaking to others? Are there times when sometimes I speak to someone harshly? Absolutely. I think everyone can get angry. Everyone can get frustrated. Everyone can be tired, and I try to do it as rarely as possible though. But yes. Would you consider yourself to be a resentful person? No. No, not in the slightest, really. Are you putting your best effort into shaping life the way you want it? No. I could definitely be doing more. I could always be doing more. Do you believe you've made many mistakes in life? I think there are many things that, if I had done differently, things could have been nice. As a whole, yes. But some of the people that I've met, I could have potentially never met if I hadn't chosen certain decisions. And to me in this question, the key word is many. I think I've made quite a few, but many is... no. Are you willing to try anything once? Some things, no. Some things I just will absolutely never do. I will never smoke or touch a cigarette or any kind of tobacco ever in my life. I don't drink. I don't intend to ever get into drinking. So by those two very simple examples, no. Do you have a pretty good understanding of... I don't think I do. And it's currently raining and thundering outside, so this is literally perfect scenario. Sorry it's so dark, I don't have a ring light yet. But I constantly question who I am. And I don't think I ever get an answer. I can never come up with a straight answer. Have you ever felt like life... oh, of course it comes to this. Honesty is a virtue. And by that, yes. If your best friend was dying and you were the only one who knew, would you tell them the truth about their condition? The final moments of someone's life. I have been there for someone's. They were thankfully not conscious. Well, I wouldn't say. I don't think I could have the heart to make them worry like that. Do you believe assisted suicide should be permissible? As much as I don't like the whole concept, I do think it is something that should be... I think it is necessary. I think some people, sadly, are just in positions that it's painful for them. And I understand that. I don't fully... I've not experienced that myself, but I just feel sorry for those people. And I can understand why they'd want that. Have you ever wanted to live forever? No. That just sounds like hell on earth. Have you ever questioned why you exist? I mean, that's just kind of like a shower thought, really, or before you fall asleep, so yes, I guess. Do you believe your life has value? In the grand scheme of the entirety of history, no. Have you ever doubted your own existence? What do you mean, like, have I ever doubted that I exist? Because if it's that kind of question, do you think you're living in a matrix? Absolutely not. I mean, I think everyone's had a thought like that, but you either take that thought slightly seriously, or you just think of it as a funny story in your head. But I exist, as much as that might seem difficult for some people to believe. Would you consider yourself to be defective? Mentally, maybe. Maybe. Do you believe good can exist without evil as a contrast? Yes. There can always be good. Have you ever felt like you were placed here for a greater purpose than which you serve? Is there many things I want to do to... Or is there just many things I want to do? Absolutely. Do I wish I could do them and sort them all out right here, right now, just a snap of my fingers? Yes. Every day, yes. But I don't think I'm the person that could do it all myself. I want to, at very least, be the person that gets it all going, but that's a dream that isn't really possible for me. So no. Would you consider yourself to be a... No. Violence is absolutely never the answer. You think that, I'm sorry, but you're just outright wrong. It has never helped anything. Violence has never done anything good for anyone or anything. Would you consider yourself to have a dark mind? A little, yeah? Yeah. Would you consider laughter to be the best medicine in most cases? Okay, so scientifically, smiling has proven to increase... I don't know, is it increase selenium? I don't know. I'm just saying that for the sake of it. But smiling is scientifically proven to make you happier. And laughter does a lot, but in most cases, laughter isn't going to help you treat esophageal cancer. Yes, for most... As a man of science, I can't say... God damn it. In terms of actual physical illness, no. Have you ever loved someone who did not love you in return? Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever wished to be loved by all? I mean, I don't want anyone to see me in a negative way, and I think that's pretty understandable. And so by that notion, yeah. Do you believe that you could still live a happy life if you were hated by all? This is a question about... No. My family and friends mean too much to me. Are you initially afraid of letting others get close to you for any reason? A little, yeah. A little, yeah. Do you have any nervous tics or anxious quirks that you know of? I guess I ask a lot of questions and I constantly worry I'm doing something wrong. So, yeah. Absolutely, I love thunder and rain. That's why I'm both happy that it's raining and thundering outside, and also pissed off because it means that this is currently all... I hope that picked up. I really hope that picked up. Cool, okay. I love them. Are you able to find peace among chaos? Yeah. It depends on your exact definition of what you find to be peace. Everything in life is entirely subjective, and everything needs context. Without context, there is no reason, really. Do you believe that you have peace in your life at this very moment? No. Everything's a mess. Everything's chaotic. Everything's always chaotic with me. Have you ever feared that perhaps you have a grim future? The future is such a terrifying and interesting idea, because the actions of the present can massively shape the future, but also there's that layer of unpredictability that just throws everything out of whack. And yeah, honestly, yeah, I do fear that. Have you ever been overwhelmed with a sense of dread or Huh? Would you say that you have many friends? I don't have a ton, but the friends I do have are very dear to me. Would you say that you have many enemies? Many enemies? No, I do not have. I don't make enemies. What am I, 5? Have you ever trusted someone entirely without question? I trust my friends in my life. I mean, I trust my friends Aaron and Grayson in my life, but let's be honest, if I did, I'd probably still die. Yeah, I trust them. I trust a lot of people, well, my friends, without context, without question. Do you sometimes believe that you're destined to be a hero? It's a fantasy dream, I guess, for a lot of people. Well, I want to help I want to help people. That's something that... To give people... Do I believe that? No. Do I want to? Absolutely. But no, I don't believe that. Do you sometimes believe that you're destined to be a villain? No. If you had superhuman powers, would you use them exclusively for good? If I had the ability to help everyone? Absolutely. Do you often find beauty in those who not find beauty within themselves? I appreciate people for the people that they are, the people that they have been, and the people that they're going to be, or the way I think they are going to be. And, yeah. Yeah. Do you ever have difficulty finding beauty within yourself? Yeah, I don't care though. Do you believe that sometimes suffering is a necessary part of life? No, I don't think it's necessary. I honestly hate that it's something that people have to go through. Have you ever caused someone to suffer unnecessarily? I really, really hope not. Really, really, really hope I haven't done that. So, do you believe that no, never. Absolutely never. Torture is never justified. Have you ever felt like life is torturing you? To me personally, school was basically torture. I hated every living, breathing second I spent at school. So, I guess... yeah, in a weird sense. Do you believe that... No, never. War is never, ever, ever the option. It should never be an option. Do you find violence to... No. Do you believe that morality can be taught? It can't be truly 100% taught, but it can be heavily influenced. I think everyone needs to develop their own set of morals. Obviously there are some... Everyone has an opinion on what is correct and what is wrong. That's what makes us individuals. That's what makes us different. If we all thought the exact same way, or had the exact same morals, there would be no individuality. It would remove the human... It would remove your humanity. Can morality be taught? Partially, it could be heavily influenced. Do you believe that success is always a good thing? In the literal sense, yes. In practice and what has happened in this world, a lot of the time someone's success has brought a lot of pain and suffering. And to a lot of people, a lot of very unfortunate people. But by its sheer definition, yes. If you could get away with breaking any laws that you wanted to, would you walk around doing anything and everything you wanted? I think there's a few that... there's a few I can't pinpoint any off the top of my head. I'm also probably not allowed to pinpoint any off the top of my head. But I think there's a few that everyone would probably do. Just like the really either silly ones or the ones that don't... Yeah, I guess. Not. I wouldn't break a ton of them. I wouldn't go murdering people. That'd be stupid. Would you say that you always know right from wrong when making decisions in life? I have had to deal with quite a lot of conflicting things. I wouldn't say that I always know. That's, I think, something that's impossible. Would you consider yourself to be an excellent judge of character? In the past, I have sadly trusted some people that have not turned out to be the best people. I think I've gotten a lot better. I'm gonna say yes, I think. Are you good at telling when someone is lying? I think for some people... actually, no, not even that. I like to think that no one tries to lie to me, but sometimes I get a feeling that someone is lying to me either for my own good or something else. And I think I can just sense that a little bit. Would you consider yourself to be a talented liar? No. No. Are you always honest with everyone you meet in life? I try to be as honest and truthful as possible with my friends at very least. Because that's what they deserve. With everyone I meet, there are obviously some things I'm not just going to outright say. So I guess by this exact question's definition, why am I saying definition so much? No. If you found a stray animal and bonded with it over a course of a year, only to be confronted by the owner a year later asking for the animal back, would you return it to the original owner? It entirely depends. Because if that owner is a piece of shit and treated the animal poorly, absolutely not. It's not going back to you, mate. You can on your bike. But if they seem like a good person, and it truly is their animal, and they truly care for it, then I would have to, yes. But in this exact question, a year later, an entire year. So either they were searching for an entire year, or they just so happened to see it. And so in this exact question, the way I'm imagining it in my head, it's a no, because I'm thinking that they're not that much of a good person. Because as soon as you find a stray animal, you should always put up a notice saying that you found a stray animal. And if they took this long to find it, then they clearly not really care that much about it. I don't know. Do you often see the good in someone even when it isn't there? Even when it isn't there. I think I can tell when someone is deep down has good in them, but I think I have a pretty good judge of when someone doesn't have any good left inside them, or just outright isn't a good person. So, do you often see good in someone even when it isn't there? I try... Okay, damn it. Do you often see the good in someone, even when it isn't there? In this exact case, no. I try to see the good in everyone, but... Do you believe that the difference between good and evil is only a matter of opinion? I think there are just some things that are absolutely correct, and that anyone that thinks otherwise has a completely wrong opinion. Murder, for example. Anyone who thinks murder is okay probably shouldn't be trusted. So, no, it's not a matter of opinion. There are some things, quite a lot of things really, that are just objectively good, and there are some things that are just objectively bad and horrible and evil. Do you believe that love is... No, absolutely not. Never. Would you consider yourself to have a fortunate luck most of the time? Most of the time is the important part here. I guess not especially, no, not really. Would you consider yourself to be a merciful person? Yes, I almost, well, yeah. Forgiveness is important. Do you believe that honesty is always the best policy? Basically always, to be completely honest, is to... Yeah. Have you ever broken an important promise even though you knew that you shouldn't? Consciously? I don't think I have. Accidentally? I think almost certainly. I don't think I've ever purposefully done that. No, I think I have. Yeah. Do you believe that ignorance is bliss? You can try and ignore something as much as you want, and that can seriously help. That can help you. You can ignore something for a long time. You can ignore something for a very short amount of time. The important thing is that you try and make sure that during that time that you're ignoring it, you're... No, not really. No, it's difficult to explain. Ignoring something is not always the best option, but it can help. It can help you mentally prepare to properly confront it. Have you ever wondered if life could be a test? No. I just think we are. I find your answer very interesting, Wanderer. I believe I've got to know you so much better in such a short period of time. I'd like to thank you for allowing me the opportunity. It truly has been a pleasure. As a token of my gratitude, I would like to bestow upon you a gift. This is the gift of insight, Wanderer. I will tell you what I see deep within you. Please listen to my words carefully, Wanderer, for they bear the weight of your soul. Nothing ever truly goes to plan, does it? Think about it. How many plans have you made, and how many of them have turned out exactly the way that you've wanted them to? How bothersome can it be, Wanderer? Now, think about something else. Think about where you are now. Do you really need your plans to work out the way that you want them to? Perhaps some of them worked out better than expected, even. Perhaps some of those plans have led you into places you never thought you would have made it to had your plans succeeded in coming to fruition. The important thing to realize and understand is that everything happens for a reason, even if we don't understand it all the time. What? Every once in a while, our plans do work, now don't they? How many times have you wanted something really, really bad, and once you finally obtained it, it wasn't as good as you hoped it to be? Yeah, that's... Perhaps life has its own set of plans. Perhaps life gives us everything we need, and possibly things we didn't even know we needed. And perhaps we should be grateful for everything life has not given us. For we'll never truly know what horrid destinations at the end of the road that looked so beautiful in our eyes. It is important to recognize that no matter what, you're going to be okay. Just as you've been all along. Of course, you're going to go through times of pain, times of suffering. But when it starts to hurt, pay close attention. For that is life attempting to teach you something you desperately need to know. Those who hurt the most are often the wisest, Wanderer. Such is the price of knowledge. Wherever you may roam, rest assured, you will find home. And whenever it is time to uplift your roots and make a change, rest assured you will end up exactly where you need to be, whether you realize it or not. Heed those words, traveler. They will help you on your journey forward if you let them. I want to give you one more parting gift before I take my leave. A simple gift, if you will. One singular word. And that gifted word, Wanderer, is planning. Remember this word moving forward, for it will help you in ways that you can possibly fathom. Trust me on that. And with that, I take my leave. Until next time, Wanderer.